A U.S. aircraft carrier strike group heads toward Iran as nuclear tensions rise. Oil prices are surging. Russia's war hits civilians again, and global trade alliances are shifting fast in response to American policy. This isn't background noise. This is the new global power landscape. Let's get you up to speed. Global News Update, January 29th, 2026. Good evening. Here are the top global developments shaping security, markets, and international alliances with major implications for the United States and the world. U.S. escalates pressure on Iran. President Donald Trump has issued a stark warning to Iran. Time is running out to negotiate a new nuclear agreement. A U.S. carrier strike group led by the USS Abraham Lincoln is moving into the region, signaling readiness for rapid military action if talks collapse. Iran responded defiantly, promising strong retaliation against any aggression. Why this matters globally and to Americans? The Strait of Hormuz handles a major share of the world's oil shipments. Any confrontation could disrupt global energy supplies, push oil and gasoline prices higher, increase military risk across the Middle East, and draw in regional and global powers. This is a geopolitical flashpoint with direct economic consequences at home. Deadly drone strike in Ukraine. A Russian drone strike hit a civilian passenger train in Ukraine's Kharkiv region, killing and injuring civilians and igniting fires. Ukrainian officials condemned the attack as deliberate targeting of non-combatants. Global significance. The Russia-Ukraine war remains active and volatile, affecting European security, NATO posture, global food and energy markets, continued U.S. and allied military support decisions. Civilian strikes intensify pressure on international responses. U.S. tariffs drive global trade realignments. U.S. tariff policies are reshaping global trade patterns. In response, the European Union and Vietnam upgraded their relationship to a comprehensive strategic partnership, and other nations are diversifying away from heavy dependence on U.S.-centric trade routes. Why this matters? We're seeing the gradual formation of alternative trade blocs. This can lead to higher costs for global supply chains, fragmented commerce systems, and new economic alliances outside traditional U.S. influence. Trade is becoming more political and more complex. UK and China seek closer ties. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and Chinese President Xi Jinping have called for deeper trade and investment cooperation, citing global uncertainty tied to U.S. policy shifts. What this signals, major economies are hedging, strengthening ties with China while still linked to the U.S. It reflects a world moving toward multipolar economic power, not single-center dominance. Oil prices hit 4-month highs. Brent crude and US WTI oil have climbed to levels not seen since late September, driven by Iran tensions, supply concerns, and currency shifts. Impact for viewers: higher fuel and transportation costs, upward pressure on inflation, possible delays in interest rate cuts, strain on energy importing economies. Energy markets are reacting in real time to geopolitical risk. Federal Reserve holds interest rates steady. The Fed kept interest rates unchanged, citing a stable labor market, but ongoing uncertainty tied to tariffs, geopolitics, and global trade adjustments. Global impact: Fed policy influences mortgage and loan costs, global currency values, emerging market capital flows, stock and bond markets worldwide. When the Fed pauses, the world pays attention. The big picture: 3 forces are shaping early 2026. 1. Military tension, Middle East and Ukraine. 2. Energy risk, oil responding to conflict fears. 3. Trade restructuring, nations adapting to U.S. economic policy shifts. These trends are redefining alliances, markets, and global stability. That's the global landscape where security, energy, and economics are tightly connected. Stay informed